Okay, so what's going on? Yes, today it's going to be like yesterday. And if your name's on this list right here, please go ahead and let me know when you're here, because yesterday I did say that I would give you a reading when we go live next time. So let's do this. Don't forget about that. Periodically, I'll remind you about the list, because I don't know if, like, anyone's here from this list right now. If you are, let me know. But if you don't let me know, then don't expect me to don't expect me to call it out. I might, if I remember, like, oh, I remember seeing this name on the list, and I might check periodically, but just remind me if you don't, if you notice you're not called, and you remember that. So, all right, let's get started. Today, I'm really going to stick to the 5-card thing, because yesterday I kind of got off track from that, but today I'm going to try to stay on track with that. So let's go ahead and get started here. Okay. How you guys doing? Oops. Sorry about that, Miss L. Hi, Desiree. Hi, Mini-Me. Hi, Garima. Empress of Love. Pumpkin Pie. Azalea. Noran. T. Wilmore. Miss L. Alicia. How are you guys doing? All right, so let's start off here. Let's do the, I'm going to pick a number 1 through 10, and whoever's closest to the number that I'm thinking of, we'll go with that person first. You're dealing with BS. What? Why are you doing that? No, I'm kidding. Why are you dealing with that? Sometimes it's impossible, huh? To not be dealing, not be dealing with that. But you have a choice every time. But not to say that situations aren't confusing sometimes. Okay. Ooh. Wow. Oh, wow. Wow. I'm just mixing up my deck, making sure it's all upright. So. We kept getting 5 of Swords yesterday. That was crazy. It might just be us right now, Miss L. Maybe I'll just start with you. No. Not at all. Not at all. Not at all. Not at all. I would never say that to you, ever. I would never tell you to just deal with it. No. That's kind of how it sounded, like what I was saying, huh? Yeah, I'm sorry about that. No. Please know that I would never say that. I totally get that whole how that feels. That's not something I feel is right to ever say to somebody. So, you know, my boyfriend might think differently. Sometimes I get fed up and I'll be like, well, whatever. But, you know, I literally would never mean that. Like, no. You can't just deal with things. Like, no. I mean, you can, you know, but, like, that's just insensitive. That doesn't help anything, so. Okay. Hi, Ezra. You seem new, I'm pretty sure. Have you been here before? I don't think you have. You want to go ahead and pick a number? 1 through 10, because we're going to see who we're going to start off with right now. We're going to pick a number. See if you guys can guess it. Closest to what I'm thinking. Just to start us off. I don't really know how to start us off, you know. Should we do the wheel today? Hi, Blair Jew. All right. All right, so let's go with, are we going to do the wheel? Should we do the wheel then? It's kind of fun to do the wheel, huh? Because then I don't have to choose and feel like, you know, like I'm choosing or not choosing somebody on purpose. Favoritism. All right, let's do this. I'm just going to add your guys' names. So whoever's here right now and wants a reading, please just, you know, let me know. Say something in the chat and I'll put you on, because I don't want to put everyone that's on the list right now on, you know, everyone that's said something on the chat so far on the list, because they're not all going to be here. So I'm just going to add the people that, like, I know are going to be here later, who are always here. But please just, you know, tell me anyway, so I know for sure. Okay, gotcha. Alicia. I know Desiree's going to come back probably, unless she's working. Azalea, I'm sure will. Garima probably will. I'll just add everyone. Okay. Okay. I think that's everyone. Let's see. All right. Oh, wow. Okay, guys, ready? You ready? You're like, yes. Is Pumpkin Pie with us still? Yeah, she might not be here still, so we're just gonna go ahead. Let's spin it. Okay, should we wait a second, Miss L? Hi, Azalea. I added you to this list because I figured you'd be back. All right, so let's just spin again. If she comes back, we'll go with her, but okay. Let's move on. Ooh, Ezra, you're so close. Oh my god. Alicia. Let's see if Alicia's here. Alicia. I know you're probably gonna get picked. That's how it happens kind of with the wheel. It does that. Like you'll probably be picked at some point because of I don't know, it just is weird like that. Like if it's close to you, a lot of times it'll do it eventually. Because it's like almost like I don't know what it is, but the wheel is like it like feels people out. So if you've got a good energy, a good vibe, you're probably gonna get picked. You're like, what? Do I not have a good energy or a good vibe? It's just weird, like it just knows who needs a reading. Like it just knows who it wants to. Even when people aren't here and we put them back on the list, usually it picks them again because I don't know. It's just like I guess it's really stubborn. Like no, when I chose that name, I meant it, so I'm gonna choose it again. Okay, let's go. Don't be that person, you guys, who isn't here when your name's called. But you know, this time it's my fault. I'll admit that. Like I'll say it's no one's fault really. It's kind of like well, I mean it's mine because I wasn't here when I was supposed to be. So I'm not hating. I'm not like talking shit this time. But next time, don't be that person. Don't be that person this time though, you know, either because it's kind of like a, you know, you don't want to miss a reading. Okay. Sorry, I just got your text picture. Okay. All right, let's go. Let's do somebody else because I already know that person's not here, I think. Hey, free spirited truth. Okay, that's one of the people on the list for sure. So I'm gonna show you guys the list again, just so you know we can get a refresher. So if any of these people are here right now, let me know. Free spirited truth just arrived. So thank you. Okay. Then we will do a wheel again after this, okay? So go ahead and post your question, free spirited truth. We're actually still trying to figure out who to go with first. You just made it easier for us. A lot easier. I don't have to feel bad. No, but the wheel does a good job at, you know, giving us that person. Yeah, I'll go ahead and add you, Destiny, for sure. Oh my goodness. Bethany, I added you as well to the list, to the wheel. And I'll add you to the wheel as well. Make sure you guys are here if your name's called. Right now, I'm going with somebody who was on this list. So since there's a couple more people now, I'm going to show you guys the list again. This is the list from yesterday that I added people to and said, you know, you guys would be first dibs tomorrow. So Free Spirited Truth is here with us. We're just waiting for her to post her question, and I'll get started on her reading. And then anyone else who's on this list, please let me know when you arrive, because we will go with you first, and then we'll be doing the wheel. So far, there's only one person from this list that's here, so stick around and see if you get picked from the wheel, okay? Okay. I met a Scorpio. Oh, oops. You're a Sag. I met a Scorpio during my awakening back in 2019, 2020. He admitted liking me about 1 year ago, or one ago, but he was and still is involved with a karmic with a Virgo. I like him and want to know how he feels in intentions. Okay. Scorpio. Okay. Let's see. This Scorpio's intentions and feelings. Let's see how he feels about you, first of all. If he feels kind of the same strong. Whoa. There's that third party there. Yeah, for sure, Maxie. For sure. I'll add you to the wheel as well. So, yeah, it's that's funny. It came perfectly for us too, just like upright, perfect for us. So yeah, that would be probably indicating that there's 3 people involved in that situation there. Let's see what else we can get here. So, what's up with this Scorpio, and what does he feel for you? What are his feelings for you? For Free Spirited Truth, she's a Sagittarius. He said he wasn't happy, and I just want to know if he has feelings for me or if he's a waste of my time. Right. Gotcha. Okay, well. Did he split from her ever? Or did he never split from her the whole time that you guys, like, when you guys started talking, did he ever at any point like split with her and then come back with her? Or no, have they been together like the whole time? So basically here what I'm seeing is, you know, the reason I'm asking that is because the reunion we see here is, you know, I was wondering if that was like about you or about the other person, but I think, you know, if they've been together the whole time, then this probably is talking about you. But the thing about this is that the High Priestess knows everything intuitively, you know, without being told. So if you have any feelings about this, like that he's, like you said, you think he's genuine, but it's kind of just like whatever you're feeling, really, like just like something that you just feel like you just know without being told, like whatever that is, it's probably correct, like your intuition, unless your intuition is all screwed up because of, you know, past situations. But you know, the High Priestess is all knowing, so usually it's kind of like you already know the situation and like what is going on, kind of. But the thing I'm kind of worried about here is, so you know, there's this third party here and he wants to reunite, but at the same time it kind of is telling me, and what it was telling me in the beginning too, was that there's still the third party situation there though, and good for you for not getting involved with that. That is kind of a messy situation, but at the same time, like, you know, he's not really even, it doesn't show that he's ever going to not be in that third party. It's kind of like showing he's still in this third party. Well, it's not a third party because it's just him and her, but if he wants to get involved with you again, it's kind of like we don't see there being a split or anything. It's like the third party wanting to get reunited, like it's, you know, it's just the same thing. So The thing I'm kind of worried about here, though, is the Five of Swords, because as we all know, the Five of Swords is a really nasty character. And so when we see the Queen of Cups with the Five of Swords, it kind of like just makes me feel like whenever I see the Queen of Cups, you know, it's someone very genuine, someone who's very nurturing, I should say, not genuine, someone who's very nurturing and caring. And so when we see the Five of Swords with that, it's kind of like it tells me like, I mean, this is just usually what I think when I see that is, you know, it's somebody who is not really that person, you know, or this person who's not really the nurturing, kind, caring, you know, person. It's because the Five of Swords is really the opposite, like completely opposite. It's like a person who just completely, they want to win at all costs. They will win. There's conflict, and and it's even linked together with this third party. See this? How I set it down? I didn't even mean to do that, but the third party reuniting, it would be conflict. Yeah, it's, and you know intuitively already, you know, it's, I'm not saying that he's like a totally bad person, but right now it doesn't seem like he's going to split from that person. And it seems like he would be willing to like talk to you still, even in this situation. And that would cause a lot of conflict, you know. And it's kind of like being the Five of Swords, it's kind of like the conflict would be like almost that he just wants to be able to have what he wants and win and not have consequences. Like he doesn't really, I mean, it's kind of like the energy of like he will get what he wants and it doesn't matter, you know, and that's really a nasty energy. So not to say that he's like a total bad person or anything. I mean, who knows what he really is about. But right now it seems like it wouldn't be a good situation for you. And it doesn't seem like he's going to be, you know, leaving that situation anytime soon. So I would say that, yeah, it's kind of, for now, it's kind of not happening if you're wanting to be with just him. You know what I mean? So that's kind of what I'm seeing for that. Like he's not like in a position to be like leaving the person that he's with, that he's supposedly miserable with, right? But he's like not taking the step that he needs to take. So good for you. Yeah, and you know, if he does end up leaving her, then maybe that would be something to look at. But as for now, you know, it's like he's not really trying to separate that third party situation that it would be, you know. Okay. Let me add you. Again, I'm going to show you guys the list, and anybody that's on this list, let me know if you're here. And we will go ahead and do your reading, but until then, I'm going to go and add Maxie to the list. Is there anybody else who came? Let's see. Maxie. Let's see if there's anyone else. Pretty sure that's it. So I got Destiny and Bethany. Okay. Yeah, I think that's all we got. So let's see. Yeah, Alicia, I did add you earlier because I figured you'd be back. Wait. Oh, yeah, that's right. You were called earlier. I'm going to add you again to the list, though. Don't worry. I'll add you right now. I was like, why aren't you on the list? Oh, yeah, I forgot you. Your name came up earlier. So let's see. Ready? Is Empress of Love here? Empress of Love? Is Empress of Love here with us? All right, so let's move on. Oh, Maxine's so close. Garima, are you here, baby? Are you here with us still? Garima. Here, let's see. All right, Garima. I don't know what that was. It was a whistle. Okay. Oh, it's gonna suck later because she's gonna come back and be like, what? She is. Watch. Okay. Gonna move on. Of course, it's all the people that aren't here right now. That's why this is not good, but it's okay. It's okay. They'll probably be coming back later and being like, can you add me again? But that's fine. I'll go ahead and do that outline. Noran. Yeah, Alicia, don't worry. It's not just you. It's, you know, this happens every time to a lot of people, so it's all good. It happens. Yeah, that's the thing though. That's why I like, you know, that's the whole thing is that, you know, if you're not here, we skip and I'll add you again. But that's the thing, like there's other people here that are here like the whole time, you know, and they're like waiting. So I can't really just be like going back. But I mean, if you get picked again, you get picked again. And usually that does happen. So Ashley, yes, I will add you. There's a couple Ashleys that come and visit us. So I'm going to put your last name too. Okay. So let's go again since Noran is not here. Bethany. I wonder if she's here still. Is Bethany still here with us? Is Bethany still here with us? Sometimes this is what I like to do for us when we are waiting for a person. Give them 30 seconds. All right, so do we have? Yes, right on. Okay, so post your question, Bethany. Okay, cool. How is my Gemini feeling about me now? Until about me now. Wait, what? Okay, so how is he feeling about you now? Is that the question? I like your picture. No worries. Okay. Wait, so we had the first person. Let's see. All right. Let's see how your Gemini person is feeling. How's your Gemini person feeling about you, Bethany? Let's see. Okay. I do not do reversals, so I'll just be flipping them over when that happens. Okay. This one came out first, so let's look at this one too. Okay, so we have Page of Cups, or Prince of Cups in this deck, but Page of Cups, Ten of Pentacles. So yeah, I mean, they are feeling like, it looks like they're feeling like this is something new. Like this, it seems like it's something new, because that's usually what the, Page of Cups is talking about. It's like a new person that you're interested in and that you're basically asking out or trying to flirt with and trying to get to know and trying to be with, basically trying to offer a connection, I should say. So Ten of Pentacles also tells me that this is something that they kind of look at as it could be a stable thing. It could actually provide them with the security that they need, and maybe even, financially too. If we're not talking about financial though, we're talking about, it's pretty much just all the way around, whatever security means for them, whatever stability means for them, whether it's money, a house, a place to live, and just like security and stability in the relationship. It looks like, it's kind of fairly new. They're interested in it, and they're also seeing that, it can provide them a lot of security. So Four of Cups is talking about, okay, they're a bit closed off right now, or maybe you are. One of you guys, or maybe even both, is, you guys are distant right now. You guys are not speaking, or you're not speaking as much. And if you are speaking as much, it's like you just notice that there's a distance, or there's like, maybe it's always been that way, that, you just can't really get through to them on too much of an emotional level. And that's because they're a Gemini. But that happens with our Geminis. We met last year and are reconnecting after a rough start. Okay. So yeah, it's it's pretty much saying that they're interested. They see it as something that could have been providing them with some level of security, but then there's the closed offness. So it could have been something that was happening the whole time, or it could just be, that distance you're talking about, the rough period of time, and now you guys are reconnecting. But it seems like, yeah, there's some distance still. Maybe you guys just don't trust the situation yet, but it seems like there's definitely somebody who's closed off, and it's a little, more than extra, or it's a little more than, just a little bit. It's like kind of like hard to penetrate that wall, hard to get them to open up or really get close. It's like you still haven't gotten to that point with them yet to where they can really, or maybe this is how they feel about, you. Either way, this is the energy here that's coming out. So I feel like, one or both of you would feel this way about the situation. Two of Swords. Yeah, so there is a decision that needs to be made, basically, but the situation is, the person that needs to make the decision. I don't know what your sign is exactly. I haven't looked into that. And you don't have to tell me. You can if you want. You don't have to. But whoever, if you're, just listen to what, you'll know what this means for you. The swords are air. So that's Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Those are air signs. And so that's what we'd be talking about here. The air sign, which is the Gemini here, but I don't know, you could be an air sign too. That's possible. Whoever the air sign is, it's like they have to make, okay, you're water. So they have to make this decision here, but they don't exactly feel like they have the power to make it, or they don't exactly know that it's theirs to make. I mean, the Two of Swords is talking about like a person who has to make a decision. They don't know that they have a lot of power in the decision. They're basically just kind of like, they don't know that this decision is really in their hands. Like, they don't know that this is going to change everything basically for the situation. They may not make a decision anytime soon, even though they kind of would have to make a decision in order to further things, further the process between you. So, and then Ten of Cups. Yeah, and if only they would just understand that if they make this decision, it will be a good decision. I mean, the Ten of Cups is a great card too. It's like the last of the cups, and it's just, it's all around complete, and it's final, and it's just exactly where you want it to be. It's all happiness. Everything's good and abundant. I mean, it seems like this could really be something like fulfilling to you both. But, I like that. 10 of Cups, 10 of Pentacles. I mean, this seems like a really stable, really happy connection if you guys would just allow it to take place, and happen. So I feel like they don't really understand like what's going on necessarily. I mean, they seem like they're kind of confused. They seem like they're kind of in a position, because with the cards here, it's telling me like they're not going to make a decision anytime soon, or maybe at least right now, today, they don't feel like they need to. They're not rushing that. But at the same time, they don't know that like what them being closed off and distant is kind of like hurting the situation, because it could really be a happy situation. So hopefully they're able to kind of like get their head out of their ass and see that. But for right now, it seems like they're kind of, maybe because of whatever happened between you, but it seems like, you know, they're just not trying to jump in. But that if they did jump in, then they would not regret it, is what I see. So, you know, right now it seems like they're taking a little distance, and it could be a lot closer between you, and hopefully it gets like that through the next, you know, couple weeks and months. But for now, it seems like they're kind of taking their time to, you know, get to do this, get to know what they need to do about this, but they don't know that it could be really great. There's a lot of love, but we're both a bit suspicious of everything, and he can be arrogant. Yeah, that's exactly what I mean. Like, you know, you guys are just a little bit wary of the situation still, and, you know, not able to really just full force, you know, get into this, or at least he's not. So, but yeah, definitely interested, but just not really feeling like he wants to jump in all the way yet. Okay. So let's see. Let me add Moni or Moni. Nunu. Okay. No worries. Thank you. Okay. Desiree, are you here? Desiree. She might be at work or something. Put this list up again. So anybody who's on this list from yesterday, please let me know when you're here. Somebody shout out for Desiree. She would have said she was here by now if she was, though. So okay, Miss L. Okay. Man of Water, has he connected with me telepathically? Please and thank you. Okay, remember I don't do yes or no questions, but let's see what's going on with this situation. Let's see the energy between you guys both. Okay, let's see. Man of Water and Miss L. And of water in this L. Oh, that's okay. I'm just reminding you. I'm just letting you know, so you know why I'm doing this. Like, oh, you didn't say yes or no. But yeah, yeah. It's just uncomfortable for me to say yes or no because I don't ever feel like things are really yes or no. Like, I mean, of course, if somebody's dead, then it's like, yeah, no. But like, we usually, there's always like things change, so can't just like say a definite. But in, situations, sometimes there's like yes or no's, but that's kind of for you to decide, and him and whoever you're dealing with. So free will is a factor. Okay. Okay. So this is, there's your feelings, his feelings, between you and the outcome. So your feelings. Oh, interesting. Okay. Yeah, to me, it kind of feels like this is a situation that because you're so fixated on it, and I'm saying that because obviously not that you don't have feelings for the person, but saying that because you ask about it a lot, it's just, and it seems very like important to you. Not that everything that's important to you, of course, is toxic, but I'm just saying like the way that you're so interested in it almost nonstop, like you can't stop thinking about it, right? And so that's kind of the devil here, because see how these two are chained to him? There's this urge, there's this pull, there's this thing that is keeping you tied. There is this thing that it's just an energy that you feel very hard to brush off. And so that makes sense. Here, your feelings, his feelings. I mean, there's love there. I feel like there is, potential, like there's opportunity. It's just there's a lot of fear too. There's a lot of anxiety. So that can fuck up love. You know what I mean? That can really kind of get in the way of people's emotions and what they really want to express because they're fearful. So that could cause some trouble here. I mean, it just seems like there's a mix, there's a blend of fear and love and hope, but it's like, who knows how that's going to play out. I mean, it just plays out however it plays out. We have free will. So, I mean, we can do whatever we want with it. But because the devil's here too, it kind of seems like a thing that maybe you're hoping is going to be a certain way, or you're wanting, like you already kind of have an idea of what it is without it actually presenting itself as what it is. Like it's kind of like a thing that is in your mind what it is, and it could become a problem later because you might be disappointed by, like, if it's not what you wanted it to be, because you have this ideal in your mind of what it is, and that's why you're so attached to it, because it makes you feel better, you know because you think it's going to be a good thing for you because of how you feel about it, so. And yeah, no, I'm not judging you at all. I'm just saying, you know it's just one of those things that's like it's very, very highly emotional, and it could just end in disappointment in some areas later on. But then we do have the we have the Four of Pentacles, so it's like hang on to your money, hang on to your security, what you do have, what you've built throughout the years, or whatever you're building now, and try to, if you don't have anything, then try to build something now. Like this is like building your foundation, saving up and building something that makes you feel secure so that you have your own back, basically, so this is like just going to play it safe, and you should do this whether or not you're with somebody or interested in somebody, just so that when you are interested in somebody, or if you already are, then it's like you don't have to worry about, you guys break up, and then like you don't feel like you don't have to feel like you need the person to survive. You already have your own stability. So that's kind of like a little word of advice, I guess you could say. That's between you as well. This is a card of what's between you. So it's kind of like on both fronts. I feel like you guys both are kind of a bit maybe like codependent or something, because it's saying that you both need to kind of do that. So it's like maybe if you guys did get together now, it might be kind of unhealthy, or it might be kind of like one of you or both are very kind of dependent on each other, and that might end badly too. So we want to just build each other up, or we want to build ourselves up before we get into a relationship that's very serious, right? So that's kind of like what it's saying, like almost as a word of advice, I guess you could say. But with the Ace of Pentacles, I mean, there's opportunity again, you know, the Ace of Cups, the Ace of Pentacles, that's a really cool thing because it's opportunity. It's like you can take it or leave it, but there is opportunity here. So, I mean, what's the opportunity with the Ace of Pentacles? Stability, security, something committed, something serious, something, you know, not chaotic. So, I mean, there's definitely a lot of potential in this whole situation. It's just, you know, there are things that, yeah, we're only human. So it's like, yeah, there's certain things here that are kind of, maybe they have the potential to affect the situation in a negative way, and it just depends how we deal with it. But there definitely is potential. I just think that, you know, yeah, there's a few things that need to be taken care of first. And that's not even to say that it will happen then, but it's just to say that you'll be at your best then. And then there's a better chance of this situation working out in a healthy way, you know, in a way that makes you feel fulfilled and not have to end it because of some personal thing or something that you never wanted to happen, that you couldn't really control because you weren't able to get a hang of it, you know, or a hang on to it. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully that makes it. Hopefully that made sense, but I think it made sense. Oh yeah, Alicia, I'll put you on to the wheel. Okay. Okay, let's spin again. That's funny. Nice. Yeah, the way we do it is we do this wheel thing so that it picks for me. The wheel's pretty good at picking who needs a reading most, so that's just kind of how we do things around here. Current feelings of Saad towards me. Yes. Okay. What does Saad feel towards Alicia? Ooh. So are they an air sign, or are you an air sign? That would be Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. And if not, then what we're talking about here is somebody who's very straightforward and kind of cold in their communication, their expression of, you know, their speech. They're not really emotionally, they're not talking to you in a very emotional way. You know, it's kind of just like straightforward facts, like this is what it is, just very straightforward and to the point. And, you know, here it's talking about somebody waiting. So let's see what this is about. Okay, and then we have Sagittarius. Is possible there's a Sag in the situation? If not, then we're talking about harmony and peace. Like basically this person is trying to you know, build up their home, that, you know, a place where they can feel like they have, you know, harmony and peace. Like basically I see a home, like they're trying to like create the stability for themselves in their life before they get involved in a serious way with somebody. And so that's probably why we're seeing the Seven of Pentacles here, because it's talking about, you know, they're needing some time to grow this garden, which is their own stability that they've created for themselves. You know, it's just, it's a wise move. I mean, it's a good idea, but it could take a little bit of time for this to get off the ground, because, but it's better this way, because really you're just trying to, you're going to be with the person who's, if you do get with this person, you're going to be with the person who has their shit together and they have their security, so that they're not feeling like they're needy, and they're not feeling like they need somebody to, you know, fill the holes in their soul or whatever, you know. They're pretty much good on their own. So that's actually a really good thing, to be with somebody who's good on their own. You know, you want to wait for that to happen, for them to feel like they're at their best. So it's not a bad thing. So if you guys are communicating now, I would say that they're thinking about putting this to rest for now, and probably because of what we just talked about. They're trying to, figure themselves out first and how they can like find their place in this world and feel secure within themselves first, which is a good idea. But it's also likely that they're feeling kind of stuck in the situation, whatever situation they're in, whatever this is talking about. They're just really trying to find a place that they can finally relax. Maybe they've had a chaotic life as, so far in their life. And it's just like they're trying to find this place of relaxation where they could just kind of feel like they actually feel safe and they can rest and not have to like worry too much. And, that's what we're all looking for in a way. So they're trying to find that place of like, into being in a serious relationship right now. Yeah, that would make sense because yeah, it seems like they're really in a place right now that they're trying to like kind of build themselves up and figure it out. So that's normal. I mean, nothing crazy. I would say if anything, not right now. I don't even think they're really thinking about this right now. They're thinking about themselves and their own security in their own life. So, and with this here, it's saying basically it could take a while before anything happens because however long it takes for them to find this, and for them to feel like they're secure and like they can just relax and be in their own skin and not have to worry about too much. When they feel like they're in a more secure place in their life, that's when they're going to be more available to you or anybody at all. So right now it's not happening. I don't think they're really even thinking about it right now. They're thinking about how to feel like they can handle their own life without needing somebody to do it for them. And that's a really good feeling when you can do that. So I mean, that's a good thing that they're doing that. You would rather be with somebody who has that down than not. If you get chosen on the wheel, then I'll pick you, Moni. But until then, this is how we do it. So please be patient, understand that. Yeah, no problem, Alicia. Okay. Is Destiny here? Okay. I just want to plug in my keyboard so I don't have to keep like doing this. But I am gonna have to keep doing this, I guess, I guess I could get my mouse too, but I'll do that in a second. Okay, so Destiny. She's not here. Thank you, Alicia. Is Alicia here with us still? The other Alicia? Did I eat yet? Yeah, I'm eating apples right here beside me. It's funny that you asked. Why did you hear me chewing? Okay. What's in store for this year for my relationship with Joseph? Let's see. Yeah, see, Maxie? These are the people on the wheel. Okay. Okay, so tell me about their relationship. What's in store this year for my relationship with Joseph? For Alicia. Oops. Okay, there's a little bit of indecisiveness here, huh? Yeah, definitely. With the Two of Swords and the Two of Cups, that means, somebody's undecided about what they're going to do in a situation. They're weighing their options. It could be about you, and, it doesn't have to be about another person involved. I mean, we're not seeing three here yet. So, it could just be about some decision that needs to be made. And again, with the Two of Swords, the person doesn't really know, like whatever person is the air sign, if there is an air sign in the situation, there may not be, but that would just be an easier indication of who it would be here, which would be, it would be Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius if it's an air sign. But whoever this person is that needs to make this decision, I mean, it's likely that two people need to, like the both of you need to make a decision and like to further the situation or to improve it. But whoever needs to make this decision here, mostly it's the air sign person or the person who has a very mental energy. You're both Leos. Okay, so yeah, no air sign here. This is fire. That would be fire. So whoever the person is that kind of like feels like they don't, well, it could be that they're not even aware of it though, because with the Two of Swords, it's a person who doesn't really even feel like they have a decision to make, or they feel like their decision wouldn't change things either way. They kind of feel like they're powerless in the situation, but really they don't know that they have all the power in the situation. And not that power is the thing we're looking for, but it's just it's kind of like up to them, balls in their court kind of thing, And but they're so indecisive and undecided about this. So let's see what else we can get. It just reminds me of Libra with such the indecision. But it's no air sign here, so let's see. I wouldn't be surprised if one of you has Libra in your chart pretty strong, or in some area like maybe Mercury or maybe even Venus. So, all right. Caring aspect. This is good. This is really good. This shows that you guys care about each other a lot. There's a lot of, genuine care, but it's, it's probably at a distance a little bit, or it's not so lovey-dovey. I mean, that's usually what the King of Cups is about anyway. It's like a protectiveness, kind of like at a distance, but you know that they do care. Like it's very strong. Let's see what else. Another Two of Wands now. So yeah, someone is going to be making a decision here. Okay. That's what we don't want to see. But, maybe it has to do with like they're making a decision out of heartbreak, or they're making a decision that's going to break somebody's heart. There's a lot going on here. It's interesting though that the heartbreak is right here with the King of Cups, because it kind of tells me that like this isn't supposed to be like, it's not like they want to hurt you or you hurt them, or whoever's causing this pain. I mean, it might not even be necessarily that you're causing each other pain, but there is pain here. It might not be because of, you guys are doing it to each other, but some decision is being made, and maybe it's being made out of pain. It could be a personal thing, but it could be involving the relationship. But the reason that I feel like maybe it is a personal thing between you, like one of you has this situation and, the other person's like being there for them, is because of the King of Cups. So it could be that too. It could just be that, a person feels powerless and then something, they have to make a decision though. Like it's kind of interesting how we see this like play out, because first they're weighing their options, then they need to make a decision, but they're not going to make it. They don't even really know that it's in their authority to make it, and that it's kind of up to them. Then, you know, we see this caring aspect, and then we see them now they're having to make a decision. They are making it. So it's like they're kind of forced to, in a way. I mean, not necessarily that they're forced, but it's almost, it feels that way with how it goes to that, you know? So maybe something happens, maybe something, you know, here happens, and they feel like they have to make a decision now. So maybe this is you being there for them as support, or, you know, maybe them being there for you as support. But either way, there's a lot of decisions to make this year, and I feel like the sooner you make them, the better, because then you don't have to deal with the heartbreak of it to when it forces you to make the decision. So just keep that in mind. Keep that in mind about, you know, so there's decisions and actions that need to be taken that probably have needed to be have been taken for a long time. So try to like do all that, do all the things you know you needed to do, and discuss the things you know you've needed to discuss in order to make that decision sooner than later, because then it seems like it won't be as forced, because there won't be as much pain there where you guys are having to make a decision now because there's all this bullshit happening. Okay. So like, don't be procrastinating, and don't be like avoiding, like try and face the things that are going on, and make, you know, take appropriate actions to improve the situation. And not even just for like, you know, yourself, but just for the relationship, because if you're not in a good place, your partner's not going to be in a good place. And it's, you know, it's just hard to have a relationship when you're feeling so down. You know, it's hard to like give yourself and exchange. That exchange is difficult because somebody is not at their best. But I mean, you know, we're human, so it's not always going to be the case. But I'm just saying, you know, sooner than later with these things that are going on, okay? Sooner than later. Oops. Okay, let's see. I will add you to the list. Muskan and Samuel. I'm good. How are you? I'm good. Damn. Okay. General reading. Let's see what's going on here for you. How late is it for you right now? It's 2 a.m. for you? Oh my god, it's 6:07 p.m. for me. Jesus, it's 2 a.m.? Oh my goodness. I have to keep that in mind now. But for some people, it's super late. What's a good time? I mean, I don't know. What's a good time for everyone to be like? I guess there's no time that everyone's going to be good with. That's crazy. Okay, general reading for Anne May. Let's see what's going on for you. Anne May. Ooh. All right, so we see a reunion with something, someone. Let's see what's going on. It could be anything. With an air sign person, Libra. That's what we see. And if it's not a Libra, then we're talking about something that is either it's a karmic thing, like it's meant to be this way, and things have happened to where, you know, hopefully you've been good, because then it's a good thing. But it kind of seems like it's adding a lot of stress to your life. There's something that it's someone who needed to take responsibility for something, and it's probably you, because if this is you who's having all this stress here, I would say that, you know, it kind of seems like, you know, you're paying for something now. But it could be the other way around. It could be, you know, somebody who's dealing with you who this could be talking about. But basically here, yeah, there's a reunion, like you're reuniting with a person or a, you know, a situation maybe from the past. Maybe that's what we're talking about here. Usually we're talking about a person though. And I'm thinking, you know, it's about this air sign person, Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. And then this one is Libra, so that's it's probably a Libra. But if it's not, then we're talking about a situation that's, you know, kind of karmic. You're kind of having to like pay for something that you're probably supposed to take responsibility for, or maybe someone you're dealing with had to. And this is only fair, basically. This is only fair. Now they're having to really do a lot of work to get themselves out of this, or you. So it might not be that this horrible, terrible, you know, completely fucked up thing. It's just basically saying you're going to have some stress on your back because you're having to like basically take on a lot of work now. And it kind of is on your own. You know, there's not really a lot of help with this. So it feels you know, it's kind of a struggle a bit. But I would say like once you take responsibility for whatever this is, it would be a lot easier. Not to say it will clear everything up, but it will be probably a lot easier for you in this situation. Yeah, so change needs to happen. That's Scorpio. So there could be a Scorpio as well. But if there isn't, that's fine. It's just that's a Scorpio card. But the death card is saying that there's drastic change that's going to be happening. Like almost as if a death had occurred, and not a literal death, but it's talking about, you know, once a death happens, you can't go back and be the same as it was before because it's not even existent anymore. So it's kind of like that. It's like this big change, huge change to where it can't go back to how it was. But in this reading, it kind of looks like that would be a good thing, right? Because this is not really good energy to be in, because it's stressful and it's a lot. It's exhausting. So, I mean, there's going to be big changes here. Once you take responsibility for a certain thing, whatever that is, it seems like it'll be a lot easier for you in this situation. But, you know, it's not going to all be cleared up. But, of course, it will be a lot easier and a lot less on your back. But right now, you might just have to deal with whatever's happening and kind of just, you know, dig into it and just work hard and just get yourself out of it, you know, and eventually that will happen. But right now, it's kind of like just something that you're having to do. And it might be a little bit exhausting, but you'll be good. You'll be good. You'll be okay. You'll be fine. Just a little tough right now. Okay, so there was who was the person that came here? Tawny, I think. Yeah. Was there anyone else who came? Okay. You're welcome, Anne. Let's see. You become a successful actor. Are you a Leo, Blair? Because I feel like you're Leo. You look like a Leo to me for some reason. I don't know why. I felt that vibe, and it's funny that that would come out because that's what I was kind of seeing in you. And also being an actor is kind of like that's what the fifth house and Leo is all about, you know, acting and entertainment. And you know, you're not okay. So so this in this case, we're just talking about strength. So basically, it tells me determination. You know, determination, having determination. That's funny though, because I look at you and it kind of looks like you're a Leo too to me for some reason. It just feels that way, but. Maybe you have Leo in your chart somewhere. I wouldn't be surprised. But also talking about this acting thing, that's kind of what Leo resembles too. It's like something that's, you know, entertainment and getting attention, you know, having the spotlight on you. That's very Leo in fifth house. So that's interesting that this card would come out here. So for you, it's talking about basically, you know, you're going to have some strength. It is a hard business. It's a tough business. But if you have determination, let's see what happens. You know, you stick it out for the long haul. Judgment. So it's kind of like you're going to have to choose if you really want to do this or not. It is up to you. It's kind of like, not to say that, you know, you can snap your fingers and just make that happen. But what it's saying is like, you know, think about this in a serious way. Do you really want to do this? Like, oh, it could be something that maybe is, you know, something that maybe you don't end up wanting to do. Like, it's just kind of like, be careful what you wish for kind of thing. You know, just use your better judgment in all areas having to do with this because it's a very, it would be a life change for sure, you know? So it's Leo IC. Oh, interesting. Yeah. So IC, of course. So that's like your foundation where you came from and everything. So that's funny. Yeah, that's a big deal. That's a big deal to have your IC like that. And well, since we're talking about Leo in Leo, it's interesting. Let's see. So yeah, be using your better judgment with this. Oh yeah, also responsibility. You're needing to be very responsible. It's a big responsibility to be an actor. So to be like, you know, a celebrity too, like imagine that would be a big change and a big, you know, huge responsibility because people are looking up to you and, you know, you're also having to be, you know, you're being looked at all the time. So it's a huge change and it's a huge responsibility. Fire. Yeah, I keep getting determination. Yeah, I definitely think it's possible for you if you keep your determination, if you keep it up, if you keep, you know, striving for that. It seems here like at the end of the day, yeah, it could be a very successful thing for you. It could be something that could provide stability to your life and like, you know, financially as well. And it could be like a long-term thing. It seems to me like you do have a lot of potential here, but basically what it's going to take is responsibility, strength, determination, you know, you focusing on it and making sure that you're not giving up. You know, those types of things, which seem obvious, but, you know, I definitely think it's possible for you if you just keep these things in mind, okay? Cool. So keep at it. Okay. Oops. No problem. Thank you for your question. Thanks for coming. Can you guys go ahead and like this video, please? And don't forget to subscribe if you're new here. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you can know when we go live next time and you can get your question answered. Just, you know, you can get here early, get on this wheel that we have going on here, you know. Hang out with us. Meet the community. The community is the best community I've seen. I mean, the whole tarot community is super cool and super supportive of everybody. So join us, and please like this video if you haven't already. So Azalea, what's up? Is she here? Let's see. Are you here, Azalea? Surprised. I'm really surprised, really, because she usually is, but you know, it's all good. If she isn't, we'll just go again. All right, so let's continue. Oh. Cool. Okay. How will my exam go? It's from April 12th. Oh, Azalea. Oh, why? See, I was like, why isn't she here? That's odd. So hang on to your money, hang on to your foundations. Responsibility, let's see. Did you cheat on this exam? Or are you hiding something about it? Something sneaky, something that you did, kind of shortcut, underhand, anything like that. You know, because you're going to be called to take responsibility for that. The thing is here, if you didn't study well enough, I would say you're going to be seeing some consequences because of that. It's not necessarily saying anything bad's going to happen, though. It just kind of says, you know, there's going to be a little bit of a price to pay, whatever that price is. But basically here, you know, you're focused on your stability. It's something from the past, though, that maybe comes back to haunt you a little bit within this. Like, you know, I don't know if it's the fact that you maybe didn't study as well as you could have or whatever it is. But it seems like maybe you cheated or something underhanded happened. Maybe somebody cheated off you and you're going to be in trouble for that. I don't know. I mean, but with the Queen of Swords here, it kind of tells me that responsibility having to be taken, and also it's connected here with the Seven of Swords. So interesting. Hang on to your money, hang on to your foundations, hang on to what you do have that makes you feel secure now, because you're going to be having to take responsibility for something later. And that could just even be your own, you know, maybe you didn't study hard enough or as hard as you would have liked to, and you're going to be seeing that. But it's something I feel like from your past coming back to haunt you too, like almost like maybe it's just a feeling, you know, because a lot of times with the Six of Cups, it's, you know, it's nostalgia. It's not really how it's just a feeling you're having, you know, about the past. It's like something you're thinking about. Memory, it's just kind of like nostalgic. So it could just be that maybe you're overthinking this. Maybe you have nothing to worry about at all, but it seems like there is some kind of responsibility to be taken. I would say maybe, you know, what you need to know is that it is your responsibility to make sure that you have your security and your things together. Like, don't overspend for whatever reason. There's, you know, this is advice to not overspend, to be building up, you know, continue to build up. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. Try to, you know, think of different ideas you can have and explore to bring you more security. It's like basically build your foundation. Don't stop doing that. Even if you feel like this is a job you have or this is an opportunity that's going to be great for you, like don't ever stop or slow down or give up, you know, like keep going. I think your exam, you know, I don't give yes or no's like on good or great or bad or I mean good or bad. Like it's kind of, to me it seems like it's more telling us about the situation around it. So to me it's, first of all, it's saying, you know, don't give up and don't stop pushing and don't stop like doing what you need to do to keep yourself secure. I would say maybe it's not going to be too good of a result because of that. Like it's saying basically don't like depend on this as the sole thing that's going to be, you know, furthering your security or making you like it's not going to be this big change that's going to really you know, to where you don't have to worry anymore about how to keep yourself stable and secure, you know, like still be working on those things, because this might actually not be something that you can depend on too much. So, or it will be short lived, or it just won't be all that, you know, it's not going to be everything. It's not going to be helping you, you know, pay the bills and everything. So, but yeah, stay focused on your stability here. It doesn't seem like that's, you know, a problem. You know, there may be a lack of responsibility of knowing that this is up to you to kind of continue this and to keep pushing forward in that direction. Don't do anything underhanded or shady. You know, don't be cutting corners or cheating or trying to take the easy way out. It's not going to work for you in this situation. And you could be worried about that. You know, this is like a feeling you're having from the past about maybe something you did underhanded. Not really sure exactly why that's coming out, but it seems, you know, you would know better than I do, but oops. It seems like, you know, don't be don't be cutting any corners, and don't be trying to take the easy way out, because it's just going to bite you in the ass even more later. You know, be studying if you need to be studying, you know. I feel like for some reason, like maybe it's you didn't study as well as you should or could have, and you're kind of like feeling that stress or that worry about it. But yeah, don't depend on this as a sole thing that's going to be, you know, just don't put all your eggs in one basket with this. You know what I mean? Like, be still focusing on other things that can help you, you know, and advance your life and improve your situation, make you feel more stable. Like, you need to focus on more than just this, you know? It almost feels like that would be an indication that maybe it's not going to be what you wanted it to be, or anything or everything that you had hoped it would be. Okay. Is Tawny here? Oh, sorry about that. Okay. What's coming next in love life? Let's see. I'm going to use the Romance Angels Oracle for this one. This is the Romance Angels Oracle. And you guys can find all the decks that I've been using in this video so far. You can find those in the description below. I have all the links for them if you want to check them out and get them yourself. Yeah. I did add you already, Azalea. You're good. I got you. But yeah, I have all the links down there if you guys are interested in getting those for yourself. I know a few people have asked, like, what deck is that? Especially this one. This is the Ethereal Visions. So just so you guys know which ones they are. So tell me about her love life. What's happening for Tawny? What's happening for Tawny this year? And by the way, you guys, this deck is not the original. It's a knockoff because Doreen Virtue actually stopped making this deck. She found God, and she doesn't do this anymore. But it's a really popular deck. Everyone loves it, and so they still sell a knockoff version, and this is what that is. So just know that. The real version, there's only a few of them left in the world. Well, probably like, you know, a couple. Like, I don't know how many exactly, but like more than a few. But there's some out there, but they're like $300 each. So it's like, I'm good, you know. I'm good on that, but what's happening for Tawny in her love life this year? Tell me what's Tawny's love life looking like. Oops. Okay. Thank you. Finances and career. Financial issues are a factor in your love life right now. Okay. Love yourself first. Your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. Love yourself first. Your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. Okay. You deserve love. You are lovable. So maybe this is talking about you don't feel lovable. You don't feel like you're enough. You don't feel like you are worth it. Or, you know, this is something you need to be reminded of, apparently, because, you know, it's cool though about like whenever you see love yourself first, whenever I get love yourself first, I always get one of these, like, you are lovable. Like, it's like telling you, like, don't worry, you know, you do deserve love and you are lovable. It's just maybe you need to be reminded of that. Like maybe you're feeling a bit like you don't deserve it, or like someone is making you feel like you're not worth it or good enough, you know. And that is not the case here. So it's like that, just a little reminder. These cards are friends, you know. They're telling us, look, you need to remember that you deserve a lot better than whatever you were getting before. And, you know, this is something that you need to keep reminding yourself of. It's like you forgot. It says separation. Time apart from your partner is on the horizon. So it could be time to split from a certain person who's making you feel this way. Maybe it's a person making you feel this way. Maybe it's an ex and you just kind of need to like stop even thinking about them at all because really they're not good for you. You know, if you've already been separated and you're trying to like rekindle that, or maybe somebody like from the past, maybe you're not trying to rekindle it, but it's just something that you need to kind of separate yourself from because it still makes you feel low on yourself. And it's not an accurate description of who you really are and what you're really worth right now. It's just, you know, it's not true. And it says trust. This situation is calling for you to have faith. So to me, I feel like you're going to be single a little while. And that's good, though. That's a good thing because really you need to work on yourself. But here's the thing. If you aren't single for a while, like if you do get into a relationship, you know, it could go one of two ways, you know. It could go that you're, you know, it's, well, that's good. Maybe this is just a confirmation then that, you know, you're on the right track doing that. So basically, you know, I see it as one of two ways. It's like you could get with somebody and that could go good or bad, you know. But if it goes bad, it's kind of like saying, yeah, it wasn't time, you weren't ready yet. And if it goes well, then it's like, okay, you've done the work you've needed to do and you're able to see yourself in the correct way. You know, correct meaning a way that's you're actually worthy of, you know, like not that you're unworthy. So you got some work to do, but it seems like you're already kind of doing that. You know, finances and career are also a factor here. So it's kind of saying you need to like be more independent, more being able to rely on yourself instead of needing someone else. Not to say that you do necessarily need someone else, but I mean, it's just kind of highlighting that whole concept of, you know, being very independent and just being able to rely on your own self and not feeling like you need someone, you know, knowing what your worth is and not just accepting anything or anyone to, you know, be in your life. Like you got to be protective of yourself. And you're able to pick and choose because you can, because you have your own back already. You already have your shit together. You don't need somebody to take care of you. So that's kind of what it's trying to urge you to do, or to head towards that kind of energy, you know, to focus on being that energy. Did you get my text? I might have it. I also want to get you, Tani, I want to give you these cards here. The kindness cards. Because these kindness cards are kind of there for like when you're needing to like hear something nice about yourself. And so I think it's important to do this, especially right now, because we're doing this reading and it's kind of highlighting that whole concept too, that like, you know, love yourself, and that's going to be important. So I just feel like it'd be nice to hear something good for you about yourself. What's a message for Tani here? What does she need to remind herself of about herself? What does she need to know? What would you like her to know at this time? You are inspiring. You're an inspiration to people in your life. They look up to you. They like you. You totally got this. Girl, you have totally got this. These are so pretty. I like them a lot. And we'll do one more. For Tani. You deserve a high five, Tani. Cute. Okay. High five. Those are so pretty. I love those. I don't have these in the description actually, but I'll get those next time for you guys, just in case you're wanting them. Okay. Xena, yes, I will put you on the list. Okay. You're welcome, Tani. No problem. Thanks for coming, and hopefully you we can see you next time. Hopefully you come back and see us next time too. Okay. Muskan? Okay, cool. What does my partner think about me? Some messages from him for me. Okay. What does your partner feel for you, Muskan? Okay, we got a few things here. So I don't do reversals, that's why I'm going to flip them over. But so we see them feeling, you know, like they want to approach you. That's what the Knight of Cups is about. It's somebody wanting to ask you out on a date and approach you. So I guess, you know, you could say they have feelings a little bit. And then, you know, the Page of Pentacles. So you guys are focused on your stability. It's, you know, they see you as a stable person, or maybe you're a younger earth sign person or something, or you're younger than them and a bit more stable. But they also see you as defensive, or maybe they want to protect you. Maybe that's what that's talking about. So, you know, there's a lot of confusion here for them too. And so it's kind of like maybe you're sending mixed messages, or maybe they are. Maybe they're a Pisces person, or they're a Capricorn person, which would be the devil, you know. And then Pisces would be the moon. So it's like, if not, though, I see that there's a lot of confusion. And so the reason that there's confusion, it could be because maybe they feel, yeah, it's almost like they would do anything. I mean, they would protect you if they felt like they should. They felt like they had to. So that's cool. I mean, they feel protective of you. They feel like you are secure, and you basically you know, you probably make them feel a lot better about their life too, because it's like they feel, and that's probably the thing, like they do want to approach you, you know, they probably want to get closer. You see, because he does want to approach you. It's like you guys are dating, but like he wants to like come towards you and like offer you something in person, you know, and that might be why he's a bit confused, because he doesn't know how he's feeling so attached to something, that he's never been so close with. It's like he still feels like this is a very, I think he's pretty involved in this. I think he's feeling pretty attached, but it also could be kind of, I mean, that's what I'm seeing the devil as, is more like he's confused about it though, is the thing. Like he doesn't, I don't think he's used to this kind of like feeling for a person. And he feels so attached to it that maybe he feels a bit out of control of the situation. So that's a bit troubling as well. But overall, it's, he can't really shake you off. I mean, he can't really shake these feelings. It's like this is what's happening for him. So, yeah, there's a lot of strong feelings here, but I think that's what the confusion is basically. It's just like, how can this happen? Like, how can this be so much like when I'm not that close to you, It's overwhelming a bit. But again, it's hard to shake off. So it's not really that simple to just not think about. I think they feel very strongly, but they might not really even know what to do with that. It's kind of probably a little bit difficult for them to handle those feelings. But that's not really a bad thing. I mean, that's kind of a good thing for you, right? It's a bit overwhelming for them. Yeah, so that could be why, it's confusing. But that's the thing, like, they can't understand how they feel this way. But yeah, I don't think that they would want to leave, or that they would want you to leave. It seems like they're just having trouble with it. You guys should probably talk about it and open up with each other about how you feel, and maybe he'll feel a little bit better about that. But who knows? Maybe he won't. Maybe he's just that kind of person, that can't really get comfortable with that. Like it's kind of like you hold power over them because they feel so strongly about you, which isn't your fault. But they might be feeling a little bit threatened by that, which is, there's not much you can do about that. But you could try to just reassure them if if you'd like to. It might help a little bit. It might not, but it might, could. So, you can't control what people really do or feel, no matter what you do, really. Actually, see, you need to. That's how you're supposed to. If you're like, okay, this person, like, obviously, this person, we need to talk to them. So let's do this. Okay. So you said, well, I hear from my best friend, Erica. Okay. Tell me about this person and the future between these two. Will they be reunited soon? Will we be reunited soon with them? Will she be reunited soon with this person? Okay, there's a lot of confusion still in this situation too. Oh, isn't that weird? This is a whole different deck, and those cards came out again. The Moon and the Devil. Oh, look, reunion. That's good. That's reunion. But to get to this reunion, there's a bit of trouble here. So that's interesting. Okay, wait. So how's this going to happen then? Why is the devil here? Why is the devil here? I see these things as obstacles on your way to this reunion. So let's see. What's the moon here for? Okay. Here, we are dealing with a situation that it's going to take money. It's going to take them to have a stable place to go. You know, it's going to take them. Yeah, it's going to take some time. I mean, it's going to take some effort and some money and some actual like resources for for you guys to be able to reunite again. But I feel like that is the end goal. I feel like you guys will. But it seems like there's some obstacles in the way of getting there. Like maybe she's not sure what path she's on right now, and that's why the moon's here, because it's like she's kind of like taking this journey, but she's unsure about where she's going, and she's just trying to figure it out. That's why that trail is there, because, but at the same time, you know, it kind of feels like a little bit lost. But then the eclipse here at the top, that's showing that, you know, something new is embarking. Like there are a lot of possibilities here. There's a lot of potential for her. So, and you know, with this being the end goal, I don't see there being a real problem with you guys ever reuniting again. But it's kind of like maybe she's just going through some stuff right now. You know, it's kind of difficult and challenging for her, and it's you know, there's some negativity in the situation too, and I'm not exactly sure what that entails, but there are some obstacles in the way. Um, that's going to take some money and some effort and some resources for her to. She needs to be in a place where she feels safe and where she can have, you know, like who knows what's going on right now with her, but it seems like she needs a more stable environment or a stable foundation. You know, you said her family is, you know, you feel great around them and everything, but it seems like here it's saying hang on to your money, hang on to your stability, try to build yourself up. And so that's what she's trying to do. You know, you said she's working and stuff. So yeah, I mean, that's what she's trying to do. And, you know, it's just going to take a little bit of time. I don't see why that would never be able to happen. I think it will happen eventually. But right now it just seems like, yeah, I mean, she is really, she's feeling kind of lost though. And so maybe that would be a good idea to, you know, reach out to her and just, you know, be like, hey, you know, I don't know what's going on, but I just hope you're doing well, and just kind of encourage her to keep pushing and doing what she's doing, because she will eventually be able to make her way to you, it looks like. But it's just gonna, you know, she needs to build this foundation first and kind of hopefully avoid most of the negative, toxic things in her life that are trying to bring her down, you know. So the person that this person, are they a Gemini, or are they a Capricorn or a Pisces? I don't know if you know for sure um if they are or not, but like what their sign is, but they could be a Capricorn or a Pisces that she's dealing with. Leo, okay. So that doesn't look like that's going to be one of the obstacles standing in her way then. That's good. Of, you know, one of the obstacles standing in the way of her coming and you know, reuniting with you. It doesn't seem like it'll be that person then that has anything to do with that. That's good. So nothing to worry about there, at least not right now, as of now. Is Mini Me here? Is Mini Me here? Okay, we'll just go again. Azalea. See what I said? It'll pick again. The people that it picked before. Oh, Muskan, let's just get through the people that I have here before we do that again. But at some point we might be able to do that if no one else, like if no other new people come around, because we're on 12 now, so that's, we got quite a few more to go, so you might be able to do that. But if you'd like another reading like now, you can always donate for sure, and that will get you a reading. But if you can't do that, then yeah, it's just give me a minute, and that might be able to happen. It's a possibility. Is Azalea not here again? Oh my goodness, she's gonna be so pissed. Oh well. This is the thing, Can't be, you gotta be here. That sucks. Oh. I don't think he's here either. It's down to 3, you guys. Is Samuel here? He might have stepped out for a second. Oh, okay, yeah. Kind of seems like it, huh? Ah, why isn't it picking you? Maybe that's a sign, Ezra, that it's saying basically like the reason it's not picking you is because it's trying to say like you know what you need to do. You just feel confused right now, or like you need answers, but really you have the answer already. That's kind of how I'm seeing it. I don't know. That might not be the case, but that's kind of what I feel. Like if it doesn't ever pick you, like wouldn't that be funny if like we're on the last 2, right? And like it still doesn't pick you for so like, and then we're on the last one and there's only one person to pick left, and then it still doesn't pick you. Like it's like, wait, how does that even, like it's really just I know it doesn't make sense, but I'm just saying like that would be funny if it was like just you, and then it's like still like it went and picked you, but then it just like, nothing came up or something. It was like mini me. Oh, I'll put you back on, okay? Okay, is Maxie here? Okay, let's go to somebody else. Dude, I knew that was gonna happen right now. I'm telling you, because when it's supposed to pick you, it's supposed to pick you, and it will come back to you for some reason. It's weird. I'm excited to see who's gonna pick though out of these 2. Should we just do it now before somebody else gets here? It's okay, Azalea. How about we just do this? Since you guys are here right now, I'm just gonna add you guys to the list. So we did Ashley. Now we're gonna do. Is Mini Me still here? Okay, Mini Me. Then we'll do Ezra. Then we'll do Azalea. Um, Oh yeah, Xena. Am I missing somebody? Like, who else was there? Wasn't there somebody else? I don't know. Maybe I'm tripping. Yeah, okay. Okay. Because the suspense is kind of killing me right now. So let's just get that out of the way. Let's just get that, settled there. So, Mini-Me, what is your question? Please repost it. Current energies between me and S. Ooh. Well, there's action that's wanting to be taken, or there's an opportunity for it to be taken soon. So where's this going to go? Okay. We have Aries here. Possible Aries, or maybe it's talking about responsibilities. This would be like, the equal give and take. Like, there's a responsibility, the equal give and take between you guys. And it's like, let's see how this is being. It's kind of like you guys are needing to take, or you'll have an opportunity to be able to share with each other or give to each other, or that's the idea that's hoped for maybe between you. There's a, if you guys did come together, there'd be an equal give and take, or there'd be, the nurturing or the offering of help to one another would be equal. It's a big responsibility as the Emperor here. So if it's not an Aries, it's a big responsibility as the Emperor. So it's like there's just a lot of respect, and there's just a lot of like, genuine, like you guys feeling like you want to be there for each other kind of thing. Okay, but okay, so here's the thing about this. There could be, yeah, for sure, Lee. So there could be that there's like a situation here where you guys are kind of feeling like it's too good to be true, or like there is something that is too good to be true even if you don't feel it. Like the Seven of Cups is talking about you kind of see something in the person that, and with the Nine of Cups as well, it's even more saying like you hope you hope for it to be a certain way, and it might not actually turn out to be that way. It could be like wishful thinking here, and you could end up disappointed a little bit because of that. So basically what we're seeing here is, it's a lot of wishful thinking. It's a lot of, I hope it's going to be this way, or like even imagining already that it's going to be this way. It's not even like I hope, you just kind of think it will be, and you might end up disappointed. This goes for both of you. You're kind of idolizing each other. So it could end up kind of disappointing when you realize that, no, this is just a human being. It's not perfection, so yeah, it's kind of, be careful what you wish for, because once you get it, you might not like it, or it might be not exactly what you were expecting. Just try to remember that you guys are both human, and it's like you're not going to be a perfect. Yeah, exactly. Seemed perfect before, you said. Yeah, exactly. So it's just that was kind of like a fantasy thing, or something that was kind of like hoped for and idealized, but in your head in a way, like no one can be that exact perfect thing. But when you think about this, it's kind of like saying like you guys definitely have potential still to take action and be able to be like a supportive people towards each other, but it might just not be as dreamy as you had thought it would be. It's not going to be everything that you wanted, because when you look at this and like you think it was going to be everything that you wanted, like it seemed perfect. Think about why, think about like what about it was perfect. Like, what do you mean? You mean like they were going to be like a really good thing in your life because they were going to fulfill some kind of need you have, or something to make you feel kind of better, you know what I mean, because of that. And so they obviously couldn't do that because no one can do that. We tend to think that way about people, that they're going to like be able to solve our problems for us, even if they're not solving them for us, but just them being in our lives, we think like it's going to be better for us somehow. Like life's going to be better. And sometimes it feels that way, but then these other problems we have really aren't getting solved. And because of this other person, you know what I mean? So it's kind of like, we think that people really have that big of an influence, but they kind of, it really is still our life and our problems. So it's something that's disappointing, I think, because you realize that it's not everything that it was going to be, that you had hoped for it to be and for it to mean for your life, So it's just kind of like, touching back on that whole thing of, yeah, no one can really, solve all those things for us, but we tend to think that they can sometimes just by being in our lives. So it's a bit disappointing, but I still do think that you guys have the potential to be supportive towards each other and be, actually in a relationship. But maybe you guys you wanted it to be a passionate thing and it just wasn't that, so you kind of let it fizzle out, thought it wasn't everything you wanted. But maybe later on down the line you guys will be able to still at least be friends, or some kind of supportive, like giving us, like, with the Six of Pentacles, it just seems like you guys will be offering each other help when needed. So I just feel like that could be a positive thing for you still, even if it's not exactly what you had wanted. So yeah. Okay, let's see. Okay, Ezra, you're up. Let's see. What's going on? What's your question? No problem, Mini-Me. And thanks for being here. Thanks for your question. Okay, may I know, how does a Taurus feel about me? We used to talk. How do they feel about you now? Let's see. I do not do reversals, so let's flip these around. Okay, so there was a decision that ball was in their court. They could have approached you, and they chose not to. They chose to walk away instead of approaching you. Like, there was a point in time when they had to make a decision between approaching you again and not, because this is saying, like, they had this decision to make, and they kind of, but I don't think they were really aware that it was all in their power, like, to make that decision. If they would have just made that decision, it could have been on again, but because they were thinking about it. They were thinking about how everything has come to be, how it is now, and like how you guys used to have, like, like where it was at and where it is now, and everything that's happened between then. And they were thinking about that, like almost reminiscing, you could say. So they're taking this all in, and they decided to walk the other way instead of walking towards you. The High Priestess is here. So I feel like you kind of understand that, or why, or maybe, you understand something about this that you feel like you can already understand or know about him and why this whole thing is going down. And it could be that, one of you is feeling stuck, or he was feeling stuck. It may or may not have been because of you. Like, not like because of you, but because, like, whatever, like, was happening between you, maybe he felt like that because of the, energy between you, or maybe it was just his own situation where he felt stuck, he had to make a change. But feeling trapped or suffocated, or like he couldn't really see. This common thing keeps happening for him here is that he's feeling like he doesn't have enough, like he doesn't even know, first of all, in the Two of Swords, that he had power. He didn't know that he had influence in the situation. And then here, it's like he's feeling kind of like at the mercy of somebody else, or like of something. Like he feels like he just doesn't have much power again to walk away. Even though with the Eight of Swords, it's talking about it's all in your head, because her ankles aren't tied. And the swords are just standing there. They're really not doing anything. They're not going to prevent her from walking away. But she thinks that that's the case because she has a blindfold on. So she doesn't know that she can just walk away. And her hands are tied, yeah, but she feels like she's literally can't walk away and she's stuck. But she really isn't. She feels that way, though, but she really isn't. She really can just walk away. But, the blindfold is preventing her from being able to see that clearly. So for him, I keep getting this energy of, like, him feeling like he's, like, a victim, or like that he's like being done, like not that he's being done wrong necessarily, or a victim, but just like a person who has no power, or a person who just can't really, it's not like he doesn't have any responsibility in it, or he doesn't know like if he makes a move that could change some things, like, you know, he can do things too. It's like he's not feeling like he can for some reason. And that probably has nothing to do with you. It's just kind of to me like, dude, you know, really, like you're just going to kind of put it on her like that. Like, you know, you can do something, like you can put effort out there, you can do this, and you know, you can maybe even approach her and ask what the problem is. Like you can try to figure this out and not feel like you're just like at the mercy of life, you know, because it's definitely not true. So they're just kind of feeling like they're in their, I don't know, they could be blaming you for how they feel, or they could just be feeling like they need to get away, because they feel suffocated for some reason. They just feel like they don't have much of a choice in a situation, which probably isn't true because we always have a choice. But I just feel like it's kind of like a lame excuse for them to be able to take in the easy way out. You know what I mean? Like to not having to like, to not have to say exactly what's on their mind, or even explain themselves, you know. It kind of seems like they're just like, because they're not at the mercy of the world, you know, but they feel that way for some reason. Maybe they just feel that way about everything, you know. It might not even really be anything you could do. Maybe this is just how they are when they get close to people, then they just feel weird about it, because some people are like that. A lot of people are like that. Mm. Okay. So, okay, let's see. And thank you, by the way, for the question. Hopefully that made sense to you, because I feel like maybe it was a little bit confusing, but hopefully you know what I'm trying to say about that. Thank you. And thank you. Azalea, are you here, Azalea? Let me know if you're here, girl. Azalea, okay, cool. Okay, sorry about that. Okay, so I'm just plugging in my phone because it's about to die. I guess we don't need it anymore, really, but. Okay, so let's see. Energy update, huh? Okay. Hmm. Okay, Ellie. Hi, baby. Oh, you're so cute. Ah! Okay. All right. Okay. So, all right, it's all good. Energy update with MV Sagittarius, please. I was supposed to meet him in September. It's long distance. Well, money should be good. Oh, wow. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, you guys are going to have a good time, a real good time, seemingly. Hopefully, I'm not speaking too soon. Hang on to your money, though, okay? Don't overspend. In the joy of the whole situation, you might, you might overspend or feel like overspending. So just try to make sure you guys. Also, I saw the Seven of Swords. It didn't come out, but I did notice it, and I feel like that's for a reason. So make sure that you are making them pay half if they're not going to pay the whole thing, whatever you guys are trying to do with that. I mean, make sure it's equal. Just make sure you're not paying the whole thing because it seems like it could get out of hand. And the Seven of Swords sometimes could mean somebody's like trying to steal or take advantage, maybe. So just it didn't come out, but I just want to take note of that. Just to these are things to just remind yourself of anyway. So just do that anyway, no matter who it's with. Just make sure that it's fair. Yeah. So at some point it will, someone will walk away. But let's see what this is about. What is D6? Okay. Okay. Yeah, and okay, so this is the thing. It's going to be kind of disappointing because this is 6 cards, but this one flew out to the side, so I just had to add it, but then I picked this one. So here's the thing. It's going to be a disappointing situation at the end of it because of how quick it is what I'm seeing. So, I mean, this is like the end result, and that's what's kind of sad because it's like, what? This could be a really good thing, but you're sad because it's so quick and it's so fast, and then it ends, and it's like, okay, that was too quick. And that's kind of the thing about Sag. It's like very, very quick, they want to do everything fast now. They don't want to wait. They don't want to be patient. They just want it now. Let's do this. Let's go. Hurry up. Just kind of like, come on. And it's like, not that they're nagging, but just saying like, it's just very quick. And so you're going to have a great time. And money should be good, but just make sure that it's fair and they're paying for half of it or whatever you guys decide to do. But make sure that it's a fair exchange because it's saying hang on to your money. And another thing it's saying, it could be saying that like it's going to be so fun and great and you're going to have so much money, like maybe when you like begin the trip or whatever to see them or whatever wherever you guys are going or whatever you're doing, you're going to have like a good amount of money and things should be good, but you're going to be so happy that you're going to want to overspend. And it's saying like don't do that. It's saying like hang on to your money, use it wisely. Even if it's fun and you guys want to go out and do all this stuff that's fun, just make sure you're like either they're paying half and it's equal and it's fair, and also that you're not spending too much out of just the joy and excitement of all of it. Okay. So at some point someone is going to have to be leaving though, and maybe that's already obvious, but I mean, you guys aren't going to be hitching up, like getting hitched and getting married. I mean, it's like this will be a meeting and then you guys will separate again seemingly, and then not to say you won't ever get back, like meet again. It's just, at some point they're going to have to, you're going to have to part ways, and it's going to be a sad thing though, because it was so fast, you know what I mean? It was so soon that it ended and it seems like it just started, and feelings like that. So, I mean, it's not really a bad thing. It's kind of saying you're having a good time and you don't want it to end, but it is kind of upsetting to you when it does. That's what I'm seeing. Oh, look, too. This was flipped over in the deck. Sagittarius. That's funny. Okay. Just be careful. Don't just trust people. You know what I mean? I was watching this thing today. It's called, it's a website actually called easypray.com, easypray.com. It's really, and it has a lot of good information, and the stuff they're talking about, it's like obvious shit that we just forget to do because we just trust people too much, and we shouldn't. Like, it's You guys should check it out. Seriously, I found it very interesting, and it had a lot of good information, you know. So you should go check that out, just because we should all be doing that. We should always remember these things at all times, that we're supposed to be like doing, having boundaries, not just trusting people, you know, being aware of your surroundings. Basically, it's, you know, there's a lot of stuff that we forget to do that could really put us in a dangerous situation, and it's preventable, you know. So you're not at the mercy of people. You kind of, they say like, if somebody is able to like, if you're in harm's way, then it's because you did something wrong. Basically, you didn't protect yourself, you didn't, you know, have your boundaries, you pretty much let. But then there are other situations where people, you know, that are really close to us, that actually do things for us, that seem like great people, that seem like they really have our back. They become those people that are preying on us, and we just didn't know. But at some point you could have prevented it, I guess. But it's not just like, you know, these people are good, you shouldn't blame yourself that much. Like, these people are good at manipulating, so it's not so easy to see all the time. But what do you mean anything can happen in the next months? I mean, yeah, of course they can, but you're worried about it. It seems like it'll be a good time, like full of happiness. It's gonna be cool. Is Xena here? It's just all easypray.com. Is Xena here still? Yeah, that's a good idea. I mean, like I said, you know, you should always not like, you know, you should always keep that in mind, you know, no matter who it is. So that's good. I'm glad you're saying that, because that means like you're already aware that, you know, you're not trying to be all enmeshed in the whole thing and let it like be your life, because then you don't want to ruin your own plans. That's good. It's good. Do what you feel is right, you know. If you feel like you're going to get too consumed by it, because it is going to be a really good time is what I see from right here, you know. It seems like, so if you feel like that's going to, you know, change things and you're not going to be able to stay focused, maybe you shouldn't see it. I mean, you know, just whatever you feel like is best for you, whatever you already, like, you already have a feeling, you have a bad feeling about it, I guess, right? Like, maybe, you know, you should think about really why you're having that bad feeling, and maybe, you know, change your mind. I mean, it's up to you, but listen to what your gut is telling you. Like, don't disregard that. So Xena isn't here. Okay, we'll go ahead with you, Muskan. Thanks, Azalea. Thank you. I'm glad you liked it. I'm gonna do your question, Muskan, if you would like, and then I'm gonna end it then. Unless you guys are no, unless you don't want to do a question, but okay, so just in case you don't come back, I'll say goodbye. And you guys have a good night. You guys stay safe and come back tomorrow. Let's do this again. Hopefully earlier this time, for sure. Okay? Love you guys. Thank you for coming. I will see you next time. Okay.